Om Shri Dhanvantari Namaha. Most respected chairperson and co-chairpersons and dignitaries on the dais and veterans of Ayurveda. I am here to present the experience gained on Suvarnaprashan, which has a great impact on the health of the children. We will be deliberating on Suvarnaprashan, need and relevance, historical and therapeutic perspective, indication, contraindications, and what are exactly the formulation of Suvarnaprashan, toxic menace, etc. Suvarnaprashan is practice since Ayurveda come into the existence. The different forms which is traditionally used in every family in one or other name. Especially in India, on the day of naming ceremony, the maternal uncle of the baby is to feed lick the gold to the baby which is newly born. Is a traditional Indian medicine in the lickable form, and this is very specific for infants and children, and which is aimed for improving the immunity, prevent the infections in the childhood, and also its significance in non-communicable disease. Charaka Samhita, which discuss about Suvarnaprashan use right from the day of baby born, and in the context of Jata Karma, and further Sushruta Samhita discuss about the benefits of and various forms of Suvarnaprashanas. Kashyapa has dedicated a chapter for this in the chapter of Lehana Adhyaya. Why particularly Suvarnaprashan in children? As I said, it's specially to promote the strength as well as the immunity of the children, and to the uninterrupted growth and development. The growth and development of children affects because of the various reasons, and the use of Suvarnaprashan right from the day of born, which has great significance in the formation of the tissues, and also to prevent onslaught of the diseases. While administering Suvarnaprashan, some of the factors which has to be considered is the Agni. The baby should have a very rich Agni, and the baby which has the poor nutrition also are the indication for Suvarnaprashan. And some of the contraindications we have to look into is one is the acute conditions, especially the acute GIT conditions should be excluded, and those who are allergic, the mother who allergic for the honey or the ghee will also need to be excluded, and of course this should be evaluated in every level in the day-to-day basis. The immunity in the children can be boosted with the different forms. The Kashyapa gives more importance for Viruddhabhi Samskriti, where the equal quantity of honey and ghee, which is made rather fed to the baby to boost the immunity, for acquired immunity. And one of the very important which is mentioned in the Layana Adhyaya is the Swarna Yukta Rasayana. No other metals are indicated as Swarna has been indicated. And Swarna Yukta Rasayana has great significance to boost the immunity, and other Lehana yogas also used in good number for boost the immunity. These are the 4 combinations of Swarna, as our Danister professor was telling, whether it's herbo-mineral or some other name. Can have the answer here very well by the Sushruta. Savarnam Sukrutam Churnam Kusta Madhu Gritam Vacha. So this is one of the combination. The next combination is with the Matsyaksha Shankapushpi Madhu Sarpi Sakanchanam. Kanchana refers for gold here. And another combination is Arka Pushpi Madhu Grita Churnitam Kanakam Vacha. And fourth one is Hema Churnani Kaideria Shweta Dhurva Gritam Madhu. So these are the different combinations based on the aim. What you would like to aim with the client. The same thing, you can select the drug, which has, if you expecting some more complexion from the client, then you should use the first one. If you want to boost more memory or rather Smriti Shakti, then the second one. Like that, based on the interest, the combination can be used, and also based on the constitution. So what you will be achieving is Kumaranam Vapu Medha Bhala Buddhi Vivardhanam. So this is the outcome. Vapu Vivardhana, that is the strength as well as the body mass, and Medha Vivardhana, the intellect, and once again Bhala, which is the strength, and Buddhi, intellect. So all these can be enhanced by using the Swarna in day-to-day life of the babies. This has grown from the, you see, in the beginning, the gold was made to rub at the clean stone to have the minute particle of the gold in medicine. Then as days went and people used their memory and knowledge, and they used vacha and gold. This is an organic form of the gold. Organic form of the gold. The gold wire, the pure gold wire is inserted in the root of vacha plant, Acarus calamus, and it's made organic form. And that vacha, which is obtained, that particular gold inserted plant, is being used for Suvarnaprashan. And then, of course, as they went in the collegiate education, it went into the drops, and finally now, which is now the marketing, right? Now it is available in even the capsule forms. So the total benefit aimed is immunogenic, cognitive enhancer, growth promoter, and improves the strength and complexion. And every mother aims this from their children, right? All these things, because the immunity in the childhood is very poor. And the last one, complexion. Every mother's baby should be having very good color as well the intellect. So that's what it has developed a growing interest. So infants and children are in vulnerable group, they are susceptible for infections, and mainly because of having the poor nutrition and immature immunity, as well the tissues are not well formed, akleshasaha. So they are not in the position to know any kind of pain. Rather, in the term of Ayurveda is Shalya, Manas Sharira Bhadakarani. So they are not in the position of facing any kind of the stress. So repeated infection, which is very common in the childhood, and they are susceptible for that. And you know very well, is 1/3 of the population is of children. When we join women and children, it is almost 2/3. So our concern is to reach that mass. And about 40 new microorganisms are discovered in the last 30 years. The discovery of the antibiotics has helped the bacteria to change their own structures. In other words, the newer bacteria has been identified to tune with the structure of the bacteria and escape pathogens, which are the very common pathogens which is found in the infections of infants. The vaccines which is being used, no doubt, is a boon for the child health, but unfortunately these scientific advances not translated into the better health indices. Any vaccines, they are much aimed to for tackling one kind of bacteria or a group of bacteria. But Suvarnaprashan has entirely different approach. So in the health of the children is depend on the immunity of the host, and also the interactions between the environment and microbes, which enables to attain the health. This is one of the project what we have done in Karnataka. This shows, this is a standard operative procedure we have done for administration of Suvarnaprashan. The first, the picture from the left top, it shows the big queue of the clients. The second one is them registering them, and the third one, fourth one, all the anthropometry examinations and datas, right from the height, weight, and the circumference of the head, chest, and finally the questionnaires based on their treatment, and finally the examinations by the qualified expert. And finally, if it is indicated allowed, then the drops will be administered. This is the standard operative procedure for this. And how long this can be administered as per the Ayurveda text, it can be administered for a year, up to year. Usually, if it is continuous, then advisable for a month, minimum for a month. Masat Parama Medavi, depend on your what you aim. If you administer continuously for a month, then you can expect the child to have Parama Medavi, great intellect. And Vyadhirbhi Nacha Drishyate. So we cannot find a disease in such baby where undergone Suvarnaprashana for a month. It's not me telling, this is what Kashyapa told, and which is proved in these days too, after having 40 more bacteria. And Shadbhi Mase Shuthadara. If you continuously administer Suvarnaprashana for 6 months, then that particular baby will acquire the power of retaining the knowledge which is acquired. So he can in the position to reproduce it. Shrutha Daraha, whatever he heard, he can retain it. And Varsha, Leedha, Vapun Medha, Bala, Varna, Smriti Karaha. If it is administered for continuously 1 samvatsara, 1 year, then can achieve the Vapu is a good body, Medha Shakti, strength, as well as good color. What we do is, there are 2 groups we studied. One is a daily administration, and the other one is on the day of Pushya Nakshatra. On the day of Pushya Nakshatra, it will be administered and continuously for 21 months. So this has found an effect. Now what is this Suvarnaprashan? You see, the Sushruta has given different combinations, and what we have tried is a combination of Amrita Grita, ghee and honey, and the honey and Swarna Basma. And the component of Amrita Grita, what we have considered, is based on the Sushruta's recommendation in the different context. And the gold, the herb is very important here, but more than herb, the role of Swarna Basma is great. And Swarna Basma, which is being used, is not ordinary Swarna Basma. The Swarna Basma which is tested for years together. And you can see in the board, Dhootapapeshwar is there for last 140 plus years. And the Swarna Basma which is certified and proved non-toxic, right, which is used for, you see, as my knowledge goes, it is around 25 years we are using the Swarna Basma prepared by Dhootapapeshwar. I am not telling because this program is organized by Dhootapapeshwar, right? My concern is my experience for last 25 years of use of Swarna Basma, we didn't find any toxic effect, rather the result which is obtained are excellent. Dose of the drops which is being calculated as per the standard. The standard text says it should be 1/8 of the rati for adult dose, and like this the young formula, the dose for children being calculated, and in the drops formula forms, it will be around 3 to 5 drops as per our observational study, and we standardized it to 4 drops, and in 4 drops it is around 2 milligram, 2 milligram in a, that means 0.5 milligram in each drop. So you know this combination which triggers the immunity. So we started, though we are using Swarna Basma in the different forms, because we did one research about 5 years in the name of Kumara Bharana in the boosting the immunity, and then finally we brought in 2009 we brought into the drop form, and started with a small group of 33 children, and then now you just watch this now the faith what we could create is a mass program. Now it has become a mass program, and government has taken much interest and put in trial also for this program, and a big crowd is on the day of that particular program. And this is the beneficiaries of Suvarnaprashan in the different institutions. Though we have started in the beginning, now it has spread across the country. Institutions they practice, and it's also become an earning source for Ayurveda practice days. And feedback on the observational based on the observational study, it has improved around 94%, right, of the clients has improved in their health, and around 56% are free from respiratory tract infections. 79% cases the intelligence has been improved, and around 79% claims no GAT infection disturbance has been found, and more than that, the 96% claims, right, expressed their happiness about this mass initiative program. So what researchers has added recently on existing knowledge is one of the work which is conducted on gold basma is an infrared spectrum showed no presence of organic compound, and transmission electron microscope measurement revealed average particle size to be around 57 nano micrograms with globular morphology. An atomic absorption spectroscopy indicated the basma to be free of any mercury. This is very important, but having 92% zero valent gold in the basma. And these nano gold particles should be able to reach the affected site even if administered orally, and provide a slow and sustained release of gold ions. The Swarna basma so obtained predominantly had colloid metallic gold and is a drug intermediate only, since the basma process in general is so designed as to produce an oxide free of organic and metallic particles. The Banaras Hindu University had done some research, and herbo-mineral formation of Ayurveda constituting the basma to be equivalent and in tune of the nanotechnology, witnessing the production of nanoparticles in contemporary era. So we have to be proud enough for the knowledge which is given to us from our seniors. And it's considered as immunosuppressants, and the recent researchers contribute that more than these immunosuppressants, they are immunostimulant too. And antioxidant and restorative effects of Swarna basma against the global and focal models on ischemia. In case of paralysis also, or the CVA, also it has a greater role to play. And the blood compatibility studies on Swarna basma is also proved that it has 90% pure gold as visible from the X-ray diffraction and elemental analysis. When it reaches the systemic circulation, 77% of Swarna basma were identical with those reported for the standard gold metal. Scanning electronic microscopy says 90% of Swarna basma contains pure gold and is non-toxic, and no aggregation of blood cells on incubation of Swarna basma at the higher interactions ratio of 10 milligram. What we use in the babies is 2 milligram, right? Even in 10 milligram, it didn't found any aggregation of the blood cells. This is the another work which is done in Jamnagar Ayurveda University regarding the usage. Their suggestion is they studied the preparation of Swarna Prashana was maintained in the room temperature as well as under refrigerator in different atmospheric conditions and temperature, and this proved that this Suvarnaprashan compound can be maintained up to 3 months in case of summer, and 1 month in case of the winter. And if it is refrigerator, use of refrigerator, then it can be maintained about 3 months. Especially this paper which is published has created a big sense or new sense in the world of health. The last one of 5 Ayurvedic heavy metal product produced in the South Asia and available in the Boston, South Asia grocery stores contains potentially harmful levels of lead, mercury or arsenics, right? But in Suvarnaprashan, no heavy metals are found and which is not proved as toxic. So Suvarnaprashan boosts the growth and developments, the motor age and mental age both tunes with one of the research. The another is traditional use of Suvarnaprashan preventive measure evidence-based observational study in children. Mainly it has control on cough, dyspnea and pharyngitis. It is proved as non-toxic by different publications. KLE, one of the university, has also done the toxicity test, and the variations in the gold content of the different chemical providers need to be considered. And I stress once again that the gold particles, right, which is obtained in Swarna Bhasma of Dhootapapeshwar is one of the ideal one. And researchers has contributed that this Swarna Bhasma is a great tonic, hepatotonic, nervine tonic, cardiostimulant, aphrodisiac, detoxicants, and anti-infective and anti-aging property, right? So it's not only in the childhood, even adult also we can use this. And this is the gold, the trace elements which is found in gold Bhasma, right? So it's more than the gold too. And this will contribute to the global health by adopting the traditional evidence-based particles. So this can be used wisely by Ayurveda practitioner and is a boon drops for 1 month regular administrations, and contribute by the and I request the Ayurveda doctors to contribute by clinical and experimental studies in the different culture and population. That is what wanted, right? And finally is a immune booster as well as the intellect boosters. I take this opportunity to thank organizer for giving an opportunity to present before you for this one of the initiatives for tomorrow's citizen. Today's children are tomorrow's citizen. So we always hope every country should be strong, long living, and when we expect long living country, we also expect the strong health of the children, and Swarna Amrita or Suvarnaprashan will help for this. Especially, I have great love on Sri Lanka. I have few students in post-graduation and undergraduation from Sri Lanka in my college, and I have great love for this organization. I think it's the 5th time I am visiting to this program, and thank you very much once again for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, Dr. Prasanna Rao, for your encouraging presentation.